Good evening, YouTube watchers. What I have here this evening is a long-awaited unboxing that I found rather unexpectedly on eBay. First of all, I figured it was kind of fortuitous that I even found one of these in the box on eBay. Not that they're rare or valuable, but that I've just had terrible luck finding one on eBay. Second point of reference, or point of note here, I should say, is that this thing was so underpriced I couldn't help but buy it. And it was also misnamed. It said Harbor Breeze Breezeway, which I guess unless you're a fan collector, that doesn't really matter. Anyway, if you don't know this, it's a Harbor Breeze Lakeside 2. These were discontinued more or less in the early 2000s. I would guess, without knowing for sure, around 2010, 2012-ish. Maybe earlier than that. This one here, the UL listing, is dated October of 06. Anyway, I have removed all the parts, made sure that everything was there, replaced it all back in its box, and I'm going to be doing it publicly. This box is tall and narrow, if you can tell, compared to other fan boxes. The packaging in this is kind of done the old school way, not horizontally stacked in tiers, but rather a case that fits on itself, standing up vertical in the box. So we're gonna have to remove it like this, which I debated actually whether or not I was gonna put it back in the box, because this I found was quite a pain the last time. But I'm gonna change my tack of my method of attack here, and hopefully we'll have a little bit smoother victory this time. I would not be doing this on the floor if my shop were not in shambles. If you watch today's Jeopardy, you would know the origin of that saying. Anyway, so I just opted to do it in my bedroom here on the floor, which is kind of my proven method. Even though it'll be easier on a workbench. Can't get down on the floor that good. Or do this anyway that good. Got metal in my back. There you go. Goodbye. Let's go at it. I'm going to go ahead and pick the recording device up so that I can show you what you're faced when you open it. This is the top. Make sure you don't open one of these upside down. Go ahead and check out your blades right here. 6 of them. Of course, you got your white and your, looks like bleached oak. 52-inch Lakeside 2. It's got the parts list right on the cover. How convenient. Now, man, this is a deep pocket for the blades. I wonder if originally something was under them. I don't know. I'm sure this thing's been opened and retaped several times, because it had several layers of tape to cut through on it when I first opened it. Where are we going to start at here? Go ahead and start it with the blade irons. Of course, you have 6 of these. Yep, here's 3, 4. See, 4, 5. I miscounted. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're good. See, I must have miscounted those other 2. I thought it was 2. It was 3 right here. Anyway, so you got 6 blade irons. This looks very similar, almost actually identical to the canopy that is on my cedar shoals. It might be the same. Looks like it. Pretty small. Easy to work with canopy. Your light fitter, which I will pull out of its bag. Of course, old school, not that old school, but you got your Harbor Breeze logo on the switch housing, like a carriage house too, you know, Hampton Bay. course, I saw one of these as a kid, and that's what made it memorable. Of course, for the 5 lights and the 6 blades, they made this a distinctive model here in more than one way. I do feel that it would be better if it had not had the candelabra bulbs, but not that big a deal. There's plenty of selection nowadays, that's for sure. Too much selection. Okay, the good stuff. Of course, you have your hardware. You have, looks like motor screws, blade to iron screws, your metal, I can tell that's metal, pull fobs, and your wire nuts. Let's see, I want to make sure the light kit screw, yeah, okay. And your screws for your glass are in there, and your balancing kit. Nice. Of course, you have your nice standard descender. I'm going to pull one of the 5 glasses out. Nice pattern on the top. You got your little lines followed by your, I don't know what you call that. Your pattern there. October of 2006 on the UL listing. Had to manhandle the motor out of that one. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure if anybody can back me up on this, but if you've done your research on fans, I mean, just looking at it, I think that a lot of the design on this one came from a Montgomery Ward ceiling fan that I don't know what the name of it was or anything. I know it was a Montgomery Ward branded one. I have an example of it, but it's not in good shape. It didn't look like this really at all, but except for the pattern on the motor housing, this one, it just is uniform with this particular design in the air vents. The Montgomery Ward one had, I can't do it because both my hands are obviously occupied here, but it had a, part of it was detailed and like raised, you know what I mean? It had designs going between the holes where the metal was like textured or something. I don't remember. I haven't had a look at that fan in a while. It also had 6 blades. It did not have 5 lights, or it wasn't white or polished brass. It was antique brass with darker detailing on the bottom face of the motor housing between the holes. And I do believe that the air vents on the Montgomery Wards made up a similar pattern to the air vents on this. That, coupled with the fact that it had 6 blades and it was 52 inches, makes me think that part of the idea from this had to have come from that. But it could just be coincidental. Probably is. I'm not sure that fan manufacturers are going, oh, what are they doing over there? I think ceiling fan design is pretty straightforward. If you're artistic, you can do a good job. But anyway, thanks for watching.